Hello, let's make a painting and let's see. Kind of tired today. I skipped the first painting today. Didn't do anything. Let's see. Is that a frame? And I feel like the trick is to do it when you're not feel doing it. That's what I feel like, because everybody can do it when they're inspired. That's a one thing. But to do it when you don't want to do it, no, that's totally different story. And let's see how that's gonna turn out. Let's see if we can pull it out something here. Oh, I like this. For that reason, I will go very simple. I will not overkill it. I want some orange. Boom, boom, boom. I will just put some orange here and there. Not too much. I don't like. I don't want to do like too much. Let it develop a little bit. Maybe some. I will take some black too. And I will just go on the ground. Take some water. And take some black paint. There we go. Let's see, is that too watery? Yeah, that's too watery. Okay, so obviously we gotta do it right. And that's better. There we go. Not too much, I didn't want too much. For the background, I like this formation here, so I'm gonna emphasize a little bit more on that. And this is gonna be our mountains. And when I say mountains, what I really mean is just pushing the paint around. There you go. Use the palette knife, make some lines here, push here, and push here. And now we have this kind of mountains here on the background. Here's going to be the dark portion of the mountain. Here is going to be another layer that is come around. Push down the paint so we can have a nice transition from midground to the foreground. And there's more from midground and from horizon to midground to foreground come. Well, less and less intense this mark's gonna be, the texture. I was thinking I will not need it, but it's turned out I will need it. I will need some fresh black paint. Where are you, buddy? Now just give me just a second. Let me just pour some here. And the reason I will need this is because I will use the smaller brush. There we go. I want to have this kind of dry. It's like an oil paint. I keep going back to oil paint. I know I said that like a million times already, but I like oil painting, and I started doing watercolor because I'm running out of space in home. The watercolors are way more smaller, and you can stack them up. Now, oil paint is just like way too much work to store them and all that stuff. And it's turned out I like watercolor a lot. Well, I like painting a lot in general. So we have the mountains here. That's why we want some fresh black paint. And here I'm gonna need a little bit more for the purpose of this flickering effect. A little bit of water will not gonna hurt. There we go. Now I'm gonna take some orange. And I will blend that orange a lot here. I want to make it almost transparent. Let me see. Yeah, that's about right. and we're just gonna cover the mountain. So we can have this kind of warm effect coming from up all the way down. On the foreground, maybe I should, and I will, of course. Yesterday, I believe I make a rock. So this is what I'm gonna do again. I will use this is one of the few times I use my flat brush actually to paint, not like removing paint. And the reason I want to do a rock is first I want to have something on the foreground corresponding with the mountain on the back, because this mountain is kind of the main character, but it needs support, and this rock is gonna secure that position. I'm just gonna continue here. There you go. And now if I leave the rock like this, it will be alone, and it's going to start taking advantage over the picture, over the mountain, because it's smaller and this one is on the foreground. So it's going to start dragging the attention to the rock itself instead of the mountains. So in that case, I'm just going to put a bunch of more rocks around it, so it's become something, a part of the whole thing, not like a main thing. Now, as soon as I did this, I will remove some of the paint. Now, of course, you're gonna ask, well, nobody gonna ask, but of course, why am I removing paint? And the reason is, I want to have this after color. So every color you put, it will have after color. I'm not sure is that the word, but that's what I call it. So whatever color is left after you try to remove some of the paint. And this one is beautiful. It's just gorgeous. This warm gold yellow. I love this color. This is one of probably my favorite colors in my whole palette. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, warming, very welcoming, very pleasant to watch. And that's why we're doing this, so we can have some kind of more details, but also we have this kind of connection with the sky, because the sky is like kind of orange, and we have this. I mean, come on, look at this yellow. It's just beautiful. Keep removing paint. There we go. And I will just keep adding here. Adding light, I guess. Removing paint is the right term. There we go. Now, once I have this, I will put a couple more pieces here from this brown, and a couple pieces here. And I just want to show up like how it's like going up, and maybe here. Now, of course, I'm gonna clean up my brush again, and now removing it. Remove it immediately. We just put it, and now we're removing it, so we can have this after color that we're talking about. Here I'm gonna have a clean brush for the mountains, and there we go. Beautiful, beautiful after color. Just gorgeous. And finally, of course, I'm gonna have some fresh black, and I'm gonna have very nice distinguished throwing shadow here. There we go, a little bit here, so we can have a nice contrast. That's what is gonna help us, and it's gonna lead to the mountain on the foreground. The only thing I'm not sure, and I will try to see if that's gonna work or not, is if I frame a little bit better here. And what I mean by frame, well, kind of make a connection between the mountain and the rest of the left and right, pretty much. I think it's gonna serve. It's more like a decorative lines. They don't serve any purpose besides like showing the horizon line a little bit better. I think it's better like this. And there we go. Watercolor abstract, landscape.